Pillars of Feminism. Stay tuned for more.
Do you consider yourself a feminist? Why or why not?
Yeah, I consider myself a feminist because I'm all for the equality of women's rights and them being as equal as anybody else, especially that of men. And I do feel like feminism is a vital and pivotal point of even just like America's like continuation of like equal rights for everybody. And for me, obviously, feminism is real because I'm a woman, and it's something that like we're still trying to gain, and we like so rightly deserve it. And I feel like it is one of like the biggest issues, and feminism is something that definitely needs to be talked about, and something that I definitely support for myself and for all.
Do you consider yourself a feminist? Why or why not?
I definitely consider myself a feminist because I believe that everyone, not just women or men, should be able to determine what they want to do and then be able to do it. I don't think you have to be of a certain political party to be a feminist. I don't think you even have to be a woman to be a feminist. I think that feminism is something that really gets a bad rap because no one truly understands what it is, and its definition has sort of become changed. But I think that the basic idea of freedom of all people to pursue their interests is something that's really important to me, and that's why I support feminism.
Do you consider yourself a feminist? Why or why not?
I am not a feminist, because I believe feminism is similar to racism. It puts the women on top and put the men on a footstool. You see what I'm saying? It's not equality. That's why I'm not a feminist. I believe it's just detrimental to the family structure because the woman is trying hard to become men. They see equality as being masculine, but they don't realize the feminine principle is just as strong as the masculine principle. But when you have too many people masculine, that takes away from the nurturing side of things, and the family becomes hard, harsh, wicked. The children don't receive the same love and nurturing from anybody. And then the men, what happens is, by natural law, because it's a balance between men and women, light and darkness, yin and yang, the men become feminine. The men become the women because the women are trying to become the men. And it's detrimental to society. And then you have another situation where the woman, the masculine woman, the feminist, is trying to get another woman as a wife. So they want to completely eliminate the masculine principle or the male principle and replace it with just women. You see what I'm saying? The androgynous aspects of reality. And then once you have that, and once science figure out how to actually allow a woman to reproduce with another woman, then the whole human race, the human species, will be changed to something else because of feminism. They don't want to actually practice humility and just accept that they're women and accept that their role in society is just as important or more important than men. They want to become men. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Pillars of Feminism. Stay tuned for more. Hey guys, welcome to our show. Our first topic is going to be feminism. All right, Cassidy, what do you think a feminist is?
I think a feminist is someone who believes in the equality between men and women and see them both as human rather than two separate things that should be treated differently.
I believe a feminist is someone who believes in equality.
Excellent. Well, the term feminist was first introduced in the United States in 1910, but we're going to save that for later. Next, we're going to talk about the myth of double standards in feminism. Okay, Cassidy, what are some fallacies you heard about double standards in feminism?
Well, I heard that, or read, that all feminists hate men. That doesn't sound too accurate. It is not. In fact, feminists are believers in equality for both men and women and happen to fight battles for men as much as they do for women.
You know, I heard this. Oh, Elizabeth, you had something to say?
I was just going to say that was very interesting. I concur.
Well, I heard, according to Villanova University, all feminists are lesbians and raw-burning radicals who hate men. That is absolutely false. A feminist can be anyone. They don't have to be a lesbian. It doesn't really matter what their sexual orientation is. As long as you're for the equality of men and women, that's pretty much.
And in fact, men and women can both be feminists.
Jane, what are your opinions on the double standards feminism?
I believe men aren't as involved in supporting a feminist right because they believe that women are fighting for dominance instead of equality.
I think that part of that has to do with the myths that surround feminism, such as, all the women, like as I said before, women hate men. They feel like they can't be involved in feminism because it's mainly been a fight for women, but that's because we haven't been seen as equal. But I do believe that as we discover the truth about feminism more, we are going to have more men involved because they're going to realize that it's not about women trying to be better than men, it's just trying to be seen as equal. And I think that part of that has to do with because some women use the word feminist in a negative way. And so the men feel that they cannot be a part of it or they feel offended by it.
Okay, why is it though, like in the Titanic, it was first women and children? How come men weren't allowed? And like, if there's a building on fire, men are the ones who have to go back in there and try and save like their wives. But like, where are the feminists there? Why don't they go into the buildings and try and rescue their husbands or their children?
That is actually one of the double standards that men do bring up all the time, is that women, you want to be treated equal, but why do you always have to be the first ones to be evacuated from a disaster? And that is, I do believe that some women have to understand that if they want to fight for independence, they also have to accept the fact that they will be treated and they won't be seen as a priority when it comes to saving people. Will be saving everyone rather than just women and children first. Well, children should go first, but women and men should go at the same time.
Speaking of double standards in females and males, there are some in media today, such as television shows, Family Guy, The Simpsons, Home Improvement. The husband is a slob, dumb, doesn't have common sense, and does not do any chores. What do you guys think about that?
I agree. There's so many different television shows that have boys and girls, males and females, and specific gender roles. And I think it's totally inappropriate because it's teaching the kids of this generation what is right and what is wrong.
Like in Good Luck Charlie, which recently ended on Disney Channel, they had the mother was the one at home taking care of the kids, making the food for the family, cleaning the house, while the father went out and did his job and came back and didn't really help out much around the house. And I feel like that is, as much as we try to teach our children that they don't have to stick into a certain stereotype just because they're a certain gender, we're kind of showing them in a way that that is what's expected in their future.
Okay, not only do husband and wife have gender roles, even the children do, as Elizabeth was saying. In Good Luck Charlie, the siblings are Teddy, PJ, and
Gabe.
And Gabe. And Charlie.
And then Toby.
And then Gabe. Okay, Alright. Okay, so Gabe and PJ, they are seen as these nuisance. They are dumb, they don't have common sense, just like the husband doesn't have common sense. Why does the little brother or the male sibling, why do they always have to be seen as the annoying sibling in the family? Why can't the female be the annoying sibling?
I feel like women are made to seem smarter than guys, and that goes back to like other shows as well. Like the husband always loses arguments, and the woman has to be right all the time. And whenever like the guy messes up, he's the one to apologize to the woman because she's always right.
And even in certain commercials, the boys are always the ones getting dirty while the girls are at a ballet practice.
So the girls like have crayon marks on their dresses, and the boys have like dirt on
Dirt
their fingernails.
Yeah, and I feel like, as much as we try to get away from that, we keep on perpetuating it through our media. And it's going to be a vicious cycle until the people who write commercials and TV shows and movies realize that not everything has to repeat the same sort of format as they are.
But if you think about it, shows would be so much different. We love these shows, and we never really notice the gender roles until we like really
Think about it.
Yeah, it makes the show funny.
But wouldn't it be great if there was a show where the girl was totally stupid and did all the male jobs, and then the male was the smart one that goes to college and gets straight A's, and he does the dishes. Like, wouldn't that be different for America and all around the world to watch?
I have to say props to Nickelodeon because they just introduced a new show this month where the girl is on the football team with the rest of the guys.
Orlando
that's
Bulldogs?
it.
Yeah,
I
that
saw that, yeah.
And I feel like that's going to take a major step in defying, the girl. She's not just the nerd going to school, and she's not just doing dance or drama, but she's on the football team and she's being aggressive with the rest of the guys.
Do you guys feel that women are kind of taking like over men and being a little bit more dominant than them?
I don't know.
I mean, they have a. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you would say dominant, but I think there are times where women are still trying to get ahead in life because we're always behind.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, but like, have you noticed how when you go out to buy something, like if you're going out to buy like a couch or something, the salesman will tell both of you everything and all that, but then in the end it's up to like the woman. She decides like, oh, I don't want that, this fits better, and like at the end of the whole sales pitch, the guy usually says it's whatever she wants because she's the boss and she decides what they spend their money on.
That's an interesting concept because I would have to disagree. I went shopping with my parents last year, I think, and my dad made the final decision. It was not up to my mom. So I think it's not always like that.
Do you think he made does their dad like work on it?
Yeah.
So is it like the guys make the money so they make the financial decisions?
But I mean, it's not always like that. I think the whole point of this is that with feminism, that women are working now too, and we're trying to take the initiative. Am I right? Comment down below and tell us what you think a feminist is. Are you one? Make sure you subscribe to our channel for videos every Wednesday. And follow our other social medias down in the description below.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for watching.